Well, welcome back to Cityline. With me, I have someone that I am so excited to see. First off, because I love this person, and also because the organization that this person leads is finally open. I'm talking about Philip Cowan. He is the executive director of the Grand Cinema. Hello, Philip.
Hello, welcome. Good to see you.
Well, thank you. It's good to see you too. And I have to tell you, as I said when we started just kind of chatting before we got on the air, I thought it would be forever that I would not see you in a theater seat, and I couldn't be happier. So the Grand is open, and you know me, I'm always about your popcorn. So is the popcorn available to go with the movies?
Absolutely. And the funny thing is, we've been closed as a movie theater for the last year, but we had opened up a few times for popcorn because the community was demanding our popcorn so much. Had lines around the corner for that, but we're finally happy to couple that popcorn with movies again.
I love that. Yes, I was one of those people that saw the line going around the building and thought, man, if people are going to stand in line on a cold winter rainy night for popcorn, that spells loyalty right there.
Yeah. That's totally.
So I'm looking at you. There's nobody around you right now, which makes me think about COVID protocols that perhaps you're going to have to keep in place for patrons and for your staff, even though Governor Inslee is hoping that by June 30th, we're totally open. So tell us about that.
Sure. If you buy a seat right now, for example, it blocks our ticketing system blocks off the seats around you so that nobody can sit in front of you, behind you, or right next to you. And right now it's blocking aside 2 seats, which gets you 6 feet of distancing, no matter where you sit in there. So if you come with 2 people, the pair of you can sit together, but then it blocks all seats around you. As we move forward, we might drop that to 1 seat distance, and then maybe sometime this year go back to just the normal where everybody goes in. But the main thing that we want to make sure is that both people, when they come, that they know that they're safe. There's not somebody sitting next to you, even if you're vaccinated, because part of it is just a peace of mind. And it's interesting even when you're vaccinated and you're should be okay now, there's still like this space thing that we've created for ourselves over the last year. So it's like someone's in your space a little bit differently that a year ago you wouldn't have thought about. But when you buy your tickets at the lines, we keep a little distance there. We changed the way you buy concessions. It's in a slightly different area for the line, and we put in air filtration things in all of our cinemas to create safety there. So we've done everything that we can do, and luckily there has been no recorded instances of outbreaks coming from cinema use. So come in, wear your mask, still wearing your mask, and we'll show you a good movie that you're used to.
I love that. I so love that. So you always have the most amazing films. What are some of the upcoming films that you are most looking forward to? Because I didn't get a chance to interview you for Sundance because that didn't happen.
So, well, Dream Horse is one that actually I did see at Sundance a year ago. It was supposed to open last year, and it's a drama. It was based on, there was a documentary a couple of years ago that we had. It was the same topic. Now this is a drama starring Toni Collette. This film is opening up right now, and it's based on a little town in Wales that purchased a racehorse, and it's just a fun movie.
£16.83, please. £32.28, please.
I'm telling you, boys, she was my horse, and she won.
Haven't seen him in here before. Owns a racehorse, does he?
Owned? Word is, he almost lost everything.
Things are a little tight cash-wise these days, so...
Nice sirloin.
Cheers, Nellis.
I need something to look forward to when I get up in the morning. I'm going to breed a racehorse.
Absolute madness. It's normally wealthy professionals who are going for this kind of thing.
There's ways of doing these things, isn't there? 20 people in the village put in £10 a week for 2 years.
When the horse is born, everyone will be owners. We'll all have an equal share. Ha! If you lot are good enough to own a bloody racehorse, so am I.
It's a tenner every week, Kirby, you pillock.
Oh, God, he's gorgeous, isn't he?
He needs a name.
What about Dream Alliance? Is our dream, and we're all in it together, so Dream Alliance.
Dream a lion!
Dream a lion!
Remember, there's a less than 1% chance this horse will ever win a race.
He's facing the wrong way.
If he keeps going in that direction, he'll end up back in the village.
And he's pretty rough around the edges.
Come on, lad.
Governor? He's definitely got something about him. Spirit. Character. Like his owner.
Be brave. This is what you're born to do.
We're going to the races.
Our horse is gonna race! So proud of you. Seems like anything was possible.
The horse from nowhere has captured the hearts of the nation.
We lost our jobs, our community, even our pride. And then Dream came along and reminded us what life is like when you are old.
One of the things I've looked for in programming as we come back is to trying to have some upbeat movies and ones that people can have fun with, because we've had enough darkness in our lives. So this is one I highly recommend. It's a lot of fun, and everybody's going to like this.
Anything with Toni Collette, I'm there.
Yeah, totally. But
She totally
we've
delivers.
yeah, we've got a couple other really good ones coming up. We're going a little bit mainstream for one, A Quiet Place 2, based on, there was the movie a couple years ago, A Quiet Place, kind of a horror movie, but they're really quality, well done, and so we're going to bring that in and give that one a shot.
What happened?
A bomb, I think.
I don't know why he came all the way up here. There's nothing left.
There are people out there. People worth saving.
Most people had finally given up hope.
Kind of pairs well. We do some weird elephant films here that play a lot of horror films and do really, really well. So we're going to bring that one in. And then one that I'm personally looking forward to a lot, June 11th, In the Heights, which is the first play by Lin-Manuel Miranda before he did Hamilton.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land called Washington Heights. Say it so it doesn't disappear.
Washington Heights!
Lights up on Washington Heights, up at the break of day. I wake up and I got this little punk I gotta chase away. Pop the grate at the crack of dawn, sing while I wipe down the awning. Hey, y'all, good morning.
Ice cold piragua, cherry, strawberry, and just for today, I got my mate.
It's a story of a block that was disappearing.
The genius is back!
Yo, here's your chance. Ask her out right now. Hey!
There's something on your shirt.
Smooth operator, all damn. We all had a sueñito. And when it came to dreams, we had to keep scraping by. Maybe this neighborhood's changing forever. Maybe tonight is our last night together, however. I just want to see the whole world through her eyes.
They're talking about kicking out all the dreamers.
time to make some noise.
We had to assert our dignity in small ways. Little details that tell the world we are not invisible.
This is the moment when you do better than me. Because you can see a future that I can't.
But we go, we rap for people and then we go. You made all of this?
This is me.
They used to say, if you work hard, you live by the rules, the money will come, the things will come.
You ready?
I've been saving up all my pennies in my piggy bank for this day. Today's all we got, so we cannot stop. This is our block. In the heights, I hang my flag on display.
Cheers.
It reminds me that I came from miles away. This is crazy. From miles to the heights. The best days of my life. And I built my little dream, my sueñito. In the heights, the late nights, you taste beans. Here. In Washington Heights. Turn out the street lights. We're taking the flight to a couple of days in the life for what it's like in Washington Heights.
Well, not as many people familiar with that as with Hamilton. Come enjoy the music.
Oh, that's one you're going to want to get tickets for, because the minute that first show sells out, Tacoma's going to explode on that.
Totally.
Let's talk about your virtual room, because I've had great conversations with people who have used the virtual room. They love it. Can we still use the virtual room even though the theaters are open?
Yeah, if you're not comfortable coming out to the movie theater, or even if you are and still want to see a movie from home, we are still doing movies through the Grand Cinema website in our virtual screening. The one thing that's different is they're not always, or actually most of the time, they're not the same movies that we're showing in the theater. Distributors make decisions about whether they want to make it online or in person or both. So occasionally you'll find one that will have it both places, but a lot of our content is different. So in a way, it's giving us a chance to program a lot more films. So if you're doing both platforms, you can see a lot of different things at home. And we're typically opening up 1 or 2 films each week online. And you can see those, at least for a couple of weeks, they stay there. So a lot of really good films.
You know, there's that constant kind of unraveling of how do we keep some of the good things of sheltering in place, like virtual movies, and how do we transition back into person? And it's kind of a hybrid, isn't it? It's kind of, until we can really figure out one or the other. I love that we can still virtually watch a movie. As I'm looking at you and thinking about all the cleaning protocols that you and your team have so rigorously adhered to, I'm thinking people want to get out, they want to capture celebrations that passed, graduations, and that leads me to, can people still book a theater rental?
Yeah, we've always done rentals, particularly for birthday mornings on weekends during the, like Saturday, Sunday mornings. But we've expanded that a little bit. We started having a lot of rentals before we opened up, and we've decided to keep those going. So if you want to go to the Grand Cinema website, and there's a tab that says About, and under that you can find some rental information. But we will consider rentals any day of the week, even when they have to preempt a movie, because we're trying to get people in here. And well, I'll be honest, attendance is a little low right now. A lot of people don't realize that we're open. So it's super glad to be here and let people know that we are open so that you can be coming back. But whether you want to see a film with your family or a birthday party, or just share a slideshow of a birthday or anniversary, sometimes they do things like that too. So it's just, you bring your own film, and we put it on a Blu-ray DVD, and then you can see it right here in the movie theater.
Oh, I love that. That is perfect. So rumor has it that the Grand is hiring. And I've known a couple people who worked at the Grand, and they have great things to say about being employed by the Grand. So, okay, so fess up, Philip. What are you for?
Yeah, this is an exciting time. So we had one employee who's left over the past year, and that's our person. So we're hiring for that. And all these positions you can find at Grand Cinema, and there's a jobs tab under there. So look for those. They'll give you all the information to apply. But so we're hiring for our marketing person. And the really exciting one is we're hiring for a new director of education, which is a position that we've never had. And this is money that's being allotted to us from Tacoma Creates funding. that allows us to really focus on education. We want to do a lot of stuff in schools, but we also want to do adult education. And so it's going to give us some opportunities for that. Already some great candidates, haven't done any interviews. So if you're wanting to apply, check out our website, get us an email in. We've also got a bartender position opened up. So if you know, one of the best things that you can do here at the Grand is have a glass of wine while you enjoy your film. So be the person to help serve all those people. And it's a fun place to work. So for any of these positions, I highly encourage people, especially if you're already familiar with the Grand and you're kind of invested in the kind of things that we do.
I love that. I love that. So, you know, you mentioned Tacoma Creates. Tacoma Creates obviously passed overwhelmingly a few years ago to support arts and culture. And obviously art has been largely shut down because of COVID. You mentioned there's some funding for a new position that has a Tacoma Creates tag on it in terms of how that came to be. What else is Tacoma Creates doing for the Grand Cinema?
Well, some really exciting things, you know, in addition to just hiring the person, then it's the things that person's going to be able to do to go create film classes out in the community, not just at the Grand, but out in lesser served areas of the community. We're also going to be opening up the Grand to any student with an ID, whether that be a private school, public school, or a local college. You can come to movies at the Grand for free now. We really want you coming to the movies, and we want to remove all those financial barriers. So come, show us your ID, see a movie. That's great. So, and beyond that, we want an important part of Tacoma Creates is taking the cinema out into the community. So we purchased one of those big inflatable screens. We've not done our first one. We're going to be doing one for Pride coming up in July. And so look for us coming out into your community. And if you're an organization who maybe says, okay, maybe we want to partner with the Grand to bring you somewhere, so talk to us. We're willing to partner on those. But there's a lot of different things that Tacoma Creates funds, and hugely important part of our scene here in Tacoma.
I am so happy. Those screens are so amazing. And I think about Metro Parks and when they used to do that. Sitting in Wright Park watching a movie, I don't think it gets any better than
it's going to be great.
Absolutely. So what can our viewers do to help, my dear?
The biggest thing is come to see a movie. You can certainly become a member, and even if you're not coming to see a movie, you can stop by and get a popcorn like you would definitely do, Amanda. But yeah, come see a movie, virtual or online, or virtual or here at the cinema. And, you know, and tell your friends and just get out and support all kinds of arts, not just the Grand. And if you have an opportunity to see a movie that, like In the Heights or A Quiet Place 2, that might be at a mainstream cinema, come see it here at the Grand too. Support your local institution.
Absolutely. It's so great to Zoom with you and to see you in your element right now. And I cannot wait to get my ticket and to be there socially distanced with my mask on. Philip, as always, thank you so much, and I'll see you at the movies.
Yeah, lovely to talk to you, Amanda.
Thank you, my dear. Well, that wraps up another great segment of Cityline. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to zoom into your home from my kitchen table. There are so many great things in Tacoma to do and to see and to learn. We are still adjusting to whatever a new normal would be. So continue, please, to get yourself vaccinated, continue to keep yourself distanced, and also please continue to wear a mask or seek out your local business to see what their preference is. And when you come back, as always, we'll be waiting for you right here at Cityline. Take care.
Tacoma, that's my home, yeah. Tacoma, that's my home. Oh, you're from Seattle. Oh, you're from LA. Oh, you're from Chicago, but Tacoma's where you'll stay. Oh, you're from Seattle. Oh, you're from LA. Oh, you're from Chicago, but Tacoma's where you'll stay, yeah. Tacoma, that's my home. From the find